Hey, it's a Wolf, and today we are going to be upgrading this tree farm. So at the moment we have the dirt and we we dig out the dirt and then the water all flows down and that's all cool. However, because we've got a cleric in our village, we have access to redstone. So what we're going to do, instead of having it all sit like this and water standing there and everything, I'm going to turn it into dispensers here. So you'll press a button and all the water will flow down, and then when you're ready you just press a button and all the water will retract. So the way that we do it is with this. So I've got 14 spots that I need, so I'm going to need 98 cobblestone. This is for 14 dispensers, so if you have a different number, do that accordingly. 7 cobblestone for each dispenser, 1 redstone and 1 bow. So because I have 14 dispensers that I need to build, I'm going to have all this 98, and we're going to need 14 water buckets, 1 for each one. I've got these 2 extra ones just so that I can create a infinite water supply, so adjust accordingly. And then the stone is for the button, and then I also need 14, I think it's 13 actually, redstone dust. So that's going to sit on top of the dispensers, and then 1 button is going to be on them. So that's all you need to upgrade it. All right, let's get going. So let's grab all this into our inventory and get cracking. All right, so we have our dispensers. Wait, why is it only 13? So I wanted to show you this one. So I added in a enchanted bow so that we can do that. So let's go. Oh, well, there you go, 14. Ah, that's what it was. It was 1 and then 13. Okay, all good. So we've got 14 dispensers. Let's go make a button. And then we're going to need we're going to have our water bucket down here. We've got our dispensers, put that there. So we're not actually going to need these water buckets for this specific one, but that's there to indicate that actually we're going to need that as well. So let's jump up here, and while we're here and we've got an infinite water supply, so let's go fill all these buckets. As you can see, they're filling up in my inventory. Okay, so now that we've got this, we've got some room to move. So let's go ahead and fill in all these water sources, and then we'll dig out both of these. So we want to be putting the dispensers where we had the water source before. So I find it easiest to just go to each one and put a water bucket in there. It doesn't matter where in the area you put the water bucket, it's just going to take it's just going to take randomly. So it's good for a randomizer for these dispensers, but it doesn't matter which slot you put the water buckets in. Just got to be putting it the way that you face. So we want to make sure that the face is going down where we want it. So like for example, if you put it this way, that way the face is going up, and then let's say we go this way, face is going that way, but it looks wrong. So this is all the angles for the dispenser. So if you make a mistake, just chop it out and start again. So we started with 2 extra water buckets, so we should finish with 2 extra water buckets. And you only need 1 in these. Okay, so on top of these, we now need our redstone dust. So we crouch. The reason why we're crouching is because otherwise we open the dispensers. Go right away. Because I've got 14, that will be enough room. Put this button on here, and then let me stand here so you can see. We press this button. This is just a test run, and it fires the water down and it will stay out. So if we look at any of these dispensers, there we go, you'll see it has an empty bucket. So it fires out the water, and we double check to make sure that it flows right the way down into the end stream, which it does. That's good. So what we do when we're ready to chop everything, we just press this button here, and then once we're done and ready to plant, press it again, and it sucks all the water back in. So it's the equivalent of if we put the sand back in here. So that's basically all we've done. We've just replaced that. So instead of having to dig it out every time and then put sand back in dirt in every time, and then collect the dirt so that we've got more, we literally come over here, press the button, and it pushes everything down, and we're all good. So just to show that in action, let's throw some dirt here because it's a clear channel right the way through. And it's going to push the dirt all the way down. Sometimes it gets trapped in there for a few seconds. And anyway, so it's going to go all the way down there, and it's all good. So you want to also check to make sure that the last one fires as well. So if we were to have one here, I think that would be too far. Redstone only travels a certain distance from buttons. You might also need to check if you have like a wooden button or something like that. Just double check to make sure that all the dispensers fire. And if it doesn't, then it's just as easy to come over here. Let's put redstone on that one. If you've got like a wider build or something like that, you could just come to the middle, put your stone button on there, and it does the exact same thing. So it's sending out a signal both sides down the redstone, and it's all good. All right, so that is it for the upgrade of the tree farm using dispensers to send water down to move all our items. Hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.